Hey, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to your Tarot and Oracle card reading for the middle of November to the middle of December. We're just going to get some general messages, what Spirit wants you to know for this time period, and then we will get some advice cards as well. God, Spirit, Universe, please bring truth, clarity, and wisdom to this reading for the Capricorn family and help Capricorn navigate to their highest and most blessed timeline. Thank you, Spirit. All right, beautiful Capricorn, you're starting out with some major change, and you're ending in an elevated position, okay? So you start with the Death card, change and transformation. Different parts of your life could be affected. It could be more than one area of your life that is affected by the Death card. Doesn't mean that someone's going to die. It means that part of you is going to change forever, okay? And then it's clarified with the Five of Swords. So this gives us a clue what's changing, beautiful Capricorn. It's your mind. You know, the swords is your mind. It's your mental body, the air element. And fives is where you make a change. You start to strategize. You start to make shifts to see what's going to work better for you. You know, you get smarter, really, with the Five of Swords. Because at the Ace of Swords, you are at source, at home. And at the Ten of Swords, you go back home, right? So it's full of light at the beginning and the end. But in the fives, you can't be further from home. So things get real dark. And you start to wonder where you are. You start to get lost, hoping that someone else can show you the way. And eventually, you realize that you're the way shower, you know? And so in the suit of swords, this is all about your mentality. You know, you have to get smarter, really. You know, you have to be more strategic. You have to think more clearly with the Five of Swords, and you do need to make a change. So with the Death card and the Five of Swords, I would say that it could be one causes the other, or one is the effect of the other, right? So death, change and transformation, could cause you to have to change the way you think about things or communicate or get your information. But it could also be the result of getting more information, getting smarter, getting more strategic, you know, bringing about the end of something in your life. We'll get some advice cards, but it just feels to me like an uncomfortable energy to begin with. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I don't always see the Death card as uncomfortable, but with the Five of Swords, you know, you could be feeling a little bit lost, and you're going to find your way. Okay. You then have the Strength card with the Ten of Wands. So the Strength card is really digging deep and finding your inner strength and taming the savage beast, taming the werewolf within, right? And the Ten of Wands is burden, it's oppression, and it's lust for results. You know, it's like, I'm not going to stop doing this. I've set myself on this path, and no one's going to get in my way. And it's for the better or for the worse. Really, I mean, it depends on what the situation is. We're going to look deeper, but for me personally, it's not a great energy. You know, it's being halfway through your degree and somebody comes up to you and goes, hey, is this the right degree that you should be? Is this the right course of study for you? And you're like, well, I'm already halfway through. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to make this happen. And you make it happen and you finish. And you're like, well, I'm not going to use this for anything, right? So the Ten of Wands is a difficult, oppressive energy that buries you in effort and work for work's sake. You know, for some of us, it's workaholism as well. You know, but the wonderful thing about the Ten of Wands is it's about to come to an end. The tens are when we turn into the ace again. You know, so. You're about, many of you, to put your heavy load down. You know, things are going to ease up a lot. With the Strength card, you know, you have what it takes to carry those sticks. You have what it takes to carry that load. And for a lot of you, it's to carry other people's loads too. It's to do the work of other people as well. You know, you have what it takes to do that, but I feel like you don't need to do that anymore. Okay. And then you have the Queen of Swords. And beautiful, beautiful Capricorn. Pause the video and make a wish, because you have the Nine of Cups. That's a wish card, and you never waste a wish. Wow. So you have wish fulfillment coming in. And with the Queen of Swords, this is the clarity that you needed. You know, when you had that Five of Swords energy and you were like trying to get smarter in some way, right? Trying to really figure stuff out, Queen of Swords comes, and she is as clear as can be. She's above the clouds. She sees everything. She's got perspective, you know, she's got wisdom, and she's very authentic to who she really is. And look at, she's got this butterfly on her chest, on her breast, and the Death card is emblematic of the butterfly, that white butterfly there, you know. You've changed, and part of that change is saying your words, being authentic, being clear in your communications too, you know, strategic in your communications as well. I mean, lots and lots of, you know, look at this. She's surrounded by butterflies here as well. And she's got this eagle energy high above the clouds. I really just feel it. And look at this. The next card you have is the Eight of Swords, but it was inverted. We'll talk about that. But there's the eagle high above the clouds. Like, this is powerful. Dude, I've been saying this. Capricorn is ascending. Capricorn is moving up, right? Capricorn is truly finding its way up a mountain, because that's what Capricorn does, and that's the energy that we have here with the eagles. So I just love that. And I will say also, this Queen of Swords is holding a unicorn horn, something really special, something different. There's something different about how you are thinking about things, how you're saying your words, how you're communicating things. Okay, something special. And it's going to make you stand apart. Okay. And then you have the Nine of Cups, making a wish, wish fulfillment, embodying your wish. You know, something's going to come to you. Something will become gifted to you. You know, you will have a beautiful gift or a beautiful blessing that comes as a result of boldly and courageously saying your words, changing how you communicate, keeping your mind open, exercising clarity and discernment. Okay. And then you have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is setting yourself free, setting your mind free. You know, it was inverted. And so the Eight of Swords upright is being trapped by your own thoughts, by your own fears, your own apprehensions, you know, not being able to create momentum in your life, you know. And I feel that I don't always read inversions, you know, not always, but this time I'm going to, because I really feel that for some of you, like you're setting yourself free. The Three of Wands is here. And the Three of Wands says the tide is high. It's time to put your surfboard in the water. This is the wave of the century. And in just a few minutes, it's going to be gone, right? There is a need to get going, to get moving. This opportunity that the Three of Wands gives you is not going to stick around for forever, beautiful Capricorn. So you have to get your board in the water. You have to take a chance. You have to believe at some point that you can do this. You know, the Eight of Swords is self-imposed limitations, and it's fear. Like I said, you're blindfolded and you're bound by your own fears, you know? So open your eyes, loosen your hands, step out of the limiting beliefs, all the swords that are around you, and soar, beautiful Capricorn. Or in this case, put your board in the water and go high on the wave. Like, there is this strong ascension energy is only here for a short period of time, and you need to hop on the boat, let's say, for whatever reason. hop on the boat. Oh yeah, there's boats in the picture, so there you go. I also feel like this has a lot to do with your throat chakra. The Queen of Swords here, she's very blue, and she has this beautiful blue jewel on her throat chakra, and this dragon is blue. This throat chakra energy, and it's just like your throat chakra is being cleared. It feels like you are, again, saying your words, being your authentic truth. And then at the bottom of the decks, you have Three of Cups and the Hermit. So Three of Cups is the fates of destiny and the Norns. They're the weavers of our fate for a lot of us. And the way they do that is where focus goes, energy flows, right? They're looking up at the sky, and they are making a signature in light codes of what is to come, right? And that's what manifests in those cups, right? But there's also a strong sense of celebration. There's a strong sense of relief, of relaxation, of knowing that you are gestating your future, and you don't have to constantly I'm getting the picture of being in a paddle boat. If you've ever ridden a paddle boat, you'll understand you have to paddle and paddle and paddle and paddle and paddle just to go a little ways, right? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can just envision your future. You can envision you can embody your intentions. You can just taste what you want to taste and feel what you want to feel without actually putting it in your mouth or having it in your hands, right? And it's just like that energy of feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And that is what is helping your manifestation. And there are 3 moon phases on this card. It does feel like this is very lunar. This is very, this happens over the course of a month. You will have outcomes. There will be a manifestation before the end of this month, before the middle of December. And this is clarified by the Hermit. The Hermit is wise and mature. You're wise and mature. You've gained a lot of wisdom. The Hermit has scaled a mountain. You've gone up that mountain, beautiful Capricorn, because that's what you do, right? And so it's time for you to shine your light for the world to see. It's time for you to shine your light through your crown chakra. Bring your wisdom to the world. Let them see you. Stand at the top of the mountain and hold your light up so they can look up and see you. Also, the Hermit is kind of alone. There's a lone energy with the Hermit. Like it's lonely at the top of the mountain because not everybody scales the mountain, right? So, there is kind of that feeling for a lot of you, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. That's just what I'm getting. Okay. What advice do we have for beautiful Capricorn? Mid-November to mid-December. Thank you. I'm getting really, really strong ringing in my ears right now. Beautiful Capricorn. So that could have some, I don't know. I'm just letting you know that I'm getting a strong ringing in my ears, however that resonates with you. So we have the 8 of Cups. Walk away from what doesn't serve you. And the Chariot. Stay focused. Stay centered. Harness your energy. Harness your energy for what you want to expend it on. Don't expend your energy on peripheral activities right now. Okay? It's time to really exercise will. In the traditional, I don't know if this one has it, but in the traditional Chariot card, there is a Shiva Lingam, where there's a male phallus and a yoni at the bottom of the Chariot, and that speaks to harnessing your sexual energies as well, not expending your sexual energies and using that to make these horses go, right? So it's like, don't just spend your resources, whatever they may be, your time, your energy, whatever it is, right? Use those things toward your ultimate goal. You're working toward an ultimate goal right now. And again, 8 of Cups, walking away from what doesn't serve you and going to a brighter, happier tomorrow. There's something that in your life that you once loved, that once served a great purpose, and it hasn't for a while, and you know it, and it's time to recognize that and be okay with leaving that in the past. It doesn't lessen it because it is in the past. And then you have 7 of Wands and Chariot again. So, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the Chariot. The Chariot has, because you have Chariot twice. This is important. The Chariot has a light horse and a dark horse. The light horse just wants to go home to heaven, and that's all the white horse is interested in. The dark horse wants to go make babies and eat, and that's all it is interested in. Neither one of them want to do what you want them to do, And so that's who you are. That's what you are. There's a part of you that just wants to run wild and a part of you that just wants to go home. And you're not going to achieve your goals or scale that mountain fully until you get these 2 horses in line and let them pull you forward. The Chariot is a graduation. You've passed a lot of tests and challenges. Now this is the ultimate challenge of being a whole human, a whole person, and everything that it entails. And order to be the magician, in order to be your magical self, your true self, your authentic self, your wise and worthy hermit self, you have to blend the white and the black and let it become a gray cape like the hermit wears, right? And let that help you to ascend the mountain, yeah. So stay centered, don't get lost in extremes, and keep your eyes on the prize, focused on your victory, okay? And the 7 of Wands, the Chariot is the 7 of the major arcana, and the 7 of Wands is the chariot of your fire, of your energy, So you have 3 sevens, and 3 sevens in a reading means luck. It's the angel number that represents luck. So this is a very lucky time for you. The 7 of Wands requires that you defend your position at the top of a hill. Now remember, you had the Hermit card, so you were at the top of a mountain. Defend your position at the top of the mountain. Speak up for yourself. Don't let other people knock you off your high horse, really, And the 6 of Wands, you're on a high horse. You've come back from war victorious. Don't let other people push you off that horse. So protect yourself from ill intentions of other people, the evil eye. And that's, I know, just kind of a low vibe message, but some of you need to hear that, Stay true to you also. Don't do something because you think other people want you to, or that it's expected of you, or it's going to impress someone else. Again, that's very specific, but I'm just getting that. 7 of Wands is really having to focus and harness your energy, So again, like I said, there's that sexual energy of the Shiva Lingam, right? That's part of this. Like some people, like if they're doing sports and stuff like that, they won't have sex for a long time because they're keeping that energy, right? So it's that kind of thing. And I know that's strange message, but I'm just getting that, okay? And then at the bottom of the decks, you have the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So the 10 of Cups is very happy, full and blessed and happy ending, really, And then the Ace of Swords is a brand new beginning. The 10 of Cups is an ending that's very emotionally fulfilling, all your hopes, wishes, and dreams coming true, and you're about to go to your ace, your new beginning, right? So enjoy that time, enjoy the fullness of it, drink it in, and recognize this Excalibur, this Ace of Swords, this new idea, this new revelation that comes to you is a gift from Spirit that's showing you your new path. It's a seed or a spark or a download that is going to show you the way to ascend even higher for a lot of you. Okay. All right, what oracle cards do we have for Capricorn for mid-November? Show me what you have for Capricorn. All right. So yeah, again though, Capricorn, just remember, like that work for the sake of working energy isn't serving you. Okay. I just want to say be smart. All right. So you have hummingbird spirit, joy, and foggy bog, patience. Joy and patience. You know, you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this. I really feel like this death and transformation that you start with is like clearing the way inside of you for happiness, you know, for your beautiful 10 of Cups, right? And foggy bog, patience, just trust the process. It's happening, okay? And then you have yes, just say yes, super positive and optimistic energy here. And pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So yeah, just what it says right there. And then lastly, you have choices and allowance, allowing things to happen, allow the future to unfold, make wise choices, choose what's right for you, choose what makes you happy, choose your bliss. So thank you so much for being here, beautiful Capricorn. Thank you for being you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.